Hello guys, this is Kazil. As you know, welcome to a brand new game called Subnautica, and I've been wanting to bring this to you since I started playing it. I think this is probably one of, if not the best game I have ever played. It's a single player game, so in that regard it's not like an online game, it's not multiplayer. There is a definite end, a definite beginning, and then there's a definite end to the game. It's a story-based game, so there is lots of adventure. There is some creativity, so I'll show you that once we get to it. But once we get into it, you'll kind of understand more as these episodes go. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to play on this one. This is kind of me learning the game and kind of becoming really, really excited about it. So I debated deleting that one, but I thought, no. Anyway, so when you start the game, there's 4 different modes. There's the survival, which I'm going to say is like the second most real way to play it. This is like probably the most real way to play it. Like if you die, you're done. I don't want to do that because I want to kind of get through the story. I want to show you guys through the whole story. And then this one here doesn't have food or thirst. And then this one, like, nothing matters. So, like, you can't even die. It looks like even the story is turned off. So, we're going to do survival. So, let's click on this and get started. It takes a minute to load here. But I'm just going to let you guys discover the story as we go. There's definitely been some people that played it and done some YouTube. But no one, I haven't watched any videos of anybody that's done it since it released 2 days ago. So, it is an official game. I guess it was in development for 3 years. I don't know if you consider the group to be an indie group that made the game, but they're definitely not like a major franchise or a major conglomerate like Blizzard or EA Games or anything like that. But I want to say that the quality of this video game is fantastic, and I kind of like how they did it. They kind of did it as a pay-as-you-go type of thing, so they could make money as they developed it. So, all right, here we go.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so that was me playing once I got up out of the seat there. This is gonna start talking. Oh, it's gotta load first, I guess. Of course.
This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Okay, so here it tells me to press tab to open and close my personal data assistant. But anyway, okay, so this is on the ground. I don't know if it'll let me drop it. No. So I just push left click to pick it up and then right click to spray. It does have a limited amount of fuel there. This is 99%, and if I bring it out and then hold right click, the fuel percentage goes down. Okay, so the only thing we know how to do right now is to open this PDA and take a look at stuff in here. So let's go through this real quick. This is just your inventory. You've got a finite amount of space. Nothing stacks. Blueprints, this is what you can make. right off the bat, your PDA comes stocked with some information. These are beacons. We'll learn about those here in a little bit. Pictures, if I want to take any pictures, and I probably will. Let's take a picture right now and see if we'll make a screenshot. Let's do this. All right. So that'll be our screenshot for today's episode. We'll do that every time. That's kind of cool. All right. So let's bring this back in here. And if we want to, we can read through what the girl is saying to us. And then here's some data banks. So if we come in here and take a look, I'll probably be doing a lot of reading of this with you, only because this is where the story is. If you don't look at this, you don't get the story. Like you'll be lost. So we'll click on start here. If you are reading this, then you have survived an emergency evacuation of a capital class ship equipped with Altera technology. Congratulations, the hard part is over. Your PDA has automatically rebooted in emergency mode. This operating system has one directive: to keep you alive on an hostile alien world. If that is not possible, it will alert salvage teams to locate your remains. It features full monitoring of vital signs for timely survival advice. So this would be like if you're running out of air or something, or food or water. Blueprints for fabricating a range of essential survival equipment. We've already seen that here. Onboard camera, microphone, so that's the camera, takes the photo manager, and OCR technology. I don't know what that is. For short range situational analysis. Yeah, I don't know what that means. OCR. Did that say up here somewhere? I missed it. Nope. Okay, cross compatibility with all Altera complaint productions. NB, your personal and work files have been encrypted and may be retrieved at a later date by a licensed engineer. Okay, so here's our survival checklist. We want to find a first aid kit and put that on. Take inventory of available materials and supplies and decide on rations. Okay, survive the environment for threats and resources. Okay, construct necessary survival equipment using the LifePod's fabricator. That is this thing here. Check LifePod for damage, repair as necessary. Broadcast local distress signal using LifePod's short-range radio. Which is there. It's busted. And locate other survivors using line of sight or the radio. Find or construct a more permanent habitat. Maintain physical and psychological health until rescue. This information is meant as a general guide. In the first instance, you should always follow the advice of your PDA, which has taken your particular circumstance into account. Alright, corrupted database. Alright, damage to your PDA's hard drive has corrupted approximately 80% of the stored survival blueprints. Blueprints may be acquired by scanning a salvage technology using the handheld scanner, or by downloading plans from a shipboard data box. In this circumstance, these assets will most likely be found amongst wreckage from the Aurora. Okay, so we have additional technology here, or stuff. So this tells us about our LifePod. Short range radio. It's got a pretty awesome range, actually. And then wall-mounted fabricator for equipment. We know about that. Medical kit fabricator. Okay, remember our checklist was to find a medical kit, medical aid. Here it is. So we just found that. Let's grab that out of there and left-click to use. That heals us up to full. All right. Come back in here and take a look. There's onboard air and flotation devices for land or sea or space recovery. Solar power cells, there's 3 of them. Those are right here, and they'll kind of tell us how our power is doing. Let's see, emergency exits on the floor and roof, and then it talks about all the things that are stuck in here. So we've got 2 things of drinking water, 2 ready-to-eat nutrient blocks, and then some life pods may be equipped with different supplies such as radiation suits and replacement parts. Board the right life pod for the right situation. Alright, what else was there? There's the all environment protection suit, which I'm currently wearing. Currently wearing this. Hermetically sealed. It's got all this stuff on here. I'll let you read that. I don't think that's actually... I mean, it's interesting, right? But we'll kind of skip over that. And then here's the Aurora. It's called a long-range capital ship, and if you know anything about spaceships, capital ships are considered large. They may not be the largest ship, but they are very, very large. You think of like in Star Wars, that would be like the Star Destroyers. Those are capital ships, and I think this is almost as big as one. All right, well, actually, someone said that. I don't think it is. All right. The mission on this was for something ARM Phase Gate Installation 3 or Operation Time. There was 23 command team, 85 engineering team, 40 support crew, and 9 passengers. This is quite a large group of people, and as of now, all I know is I'm the only one. Sustained heavy damage in the orbit of this particular planet. We're on planet 4546b. Cause unknown. Evacuation data unavailable. This is it was a V8. I think that's hilarious. Dark matter ion drive core. It has a robotics suite, advanced scanner suite, long range communication. We only have short range communication in this life pod, but the Aurora there has long range communication. So if we want to contact anybody farther range away than 250 kilometers, that's where we'll need to go. Okay, and then accommodates 150 people, multiple canteens, and healthy, fresh, and rehydrated food, and then leisure activities. Okay, so that's all of that. We have a couple of vehicles that we can attain here. A Sea Glide is a personal transportation device capable of speeds of 36 kilometers an hour in standing water. Has a replaceable battery. Keep fingers clear of propeller. That's hilarious. Displays topographical data for aid in charting cave systems, which is really handy. Okay. Anything that moves faster than this is probably trying to eat you. That's hilarious. Okay, the mobile vehicle bay is a deployable station equipped with fabrication drones. There's 4 little drones that sit in these little, on top of these flotation devices, and then when you get on it, they pop out. I'll show you. Designed for construction of small research and exploration vehicles from raw materials. It is common tool in almost all industrial scientific colonization operations. Neat. Okay, so we've got a couple here. I'm just going to... we're probably going to get hungry here. We should probably eat. I can read some more of this later as we go. We've got about 7 more things to go through here. But we definitely want to make these 2 things here. So let's go ahead and look here in the storage container. We'll grab at least this. And if we hover over the food, since it says plus 75, this is 27 out of 100. So I should probably go ahead and eat that now. Okay, and then these are going to give me 20 hydrogen. So this is 50 out of 100, so I should probably drink at least one of those and stay hydrated a little bit. All right, let's go topside. Before we do that, let's take a look at these 2 things. Handheld scanner. We're going to definitely want this. Essential science and survival tool. The scanner can be used to add new blueprints to memory and analyze unknown entities. So remember how it said that the PDA had like 80% of its data banks corrupted? Well, this is how we get that information back. So I'll let you kind of pause and read through this as you need. And then the repair tool is what we'll use to fix stuff. So let's take a look in our blueprints. Scroll down to tools, and we're going to want the repair tool right away. Silicone rubber, cave sulfur, and titanium. We don't know where those are. Battery and titanium. We don't know where those are. So here's how to make a battery: 2 acid mushrooms and copper, and then silicone rubber is creepvine seed cluster. So right there we have 3 of the ingredients for these, but we don't know about the cave sulfur. So let's go exploring. I'm going to climb up the ladder first.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected. detected.
That sucks. So out of all those people on there, there are no life signs detected on that ship. So if you were on that ship when it crashed, you died. Luckily, we got out. But let's take a look at this planet. Where we're at here, we've got a moon and another orbiting, was either a large moon or another planet that's very nearby. Because it passes in between these two, between this one and us. So if we look around, like, there is literally nothing. It's an entire planet of water. Alright, so let's take a look at, we got a smoking thing here. Let's go jump in the water. We got some pretty looking blue stuff there. The sound effects are pretty awesome. Let's go take a look what we have here. This is an acid mushroom. And remember from the recipes here, the battery takes 2 of these. And we need a battery for our scanner. So let's grab 2 of these. Come over here. For a little bit here, it's going to tell us what to do. Break the sandstone. So we break the sandstone by left clicking on it a couple times. And then we can pick up the titanium. So we want to look for... It's kind of dark. Because we kind of decided to come down here at night. Also, hardcore doesn't tell you about oxygen, so if you're not paying attention and you die, game over. It's kind of how real life works. If you're not paying attention to how much you breathe, although you do have a system that reminds you that you need oxygen, namely your lungs. Swim away! Those guys hurt! No! Oh man, I can't believe I survived that. Okay, I know what those guys are. There's where we get our cave sulfur. So let's come in here and pick up cave sulfur. I knew where that was. Well, I didn't know specifically where that guy was, but I knew that as soon as I heard that sound, I knew to run. Okay, so let's try to find some more sandstone. This is much harder. I think there's another one of those guys. Somewhere. Yep. Oh. He got me. Ow. Yeah, there he is over here. So let's grab that.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the
Oh, I don't want that.
drive core sustained during planet fall.
Oh man, no! Ow! That cave is dangerous. Alright, but we need sandstone, so let's go back down in here. I don't know how many more of those there are, but... Too many! Oh, there's 2 more! Swim faster! Oh, man. Okay. There's copper.
Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
I need to get out of whatever this is. Okay. Alright, time to go get oxygen and some health. Let's not swim through that thing anytime soon. I did not know there was that many of them in there. Alright. It's okay, we survived. Things actually don't hurt that bad in this game. So, first things first. Oh, it's at 98%. Alright. So let's make our battery. Okay, and then... so that gives us information... That gives us information on a power cell. So come up here, now we know how to make bigger batteries. It's for bigger stuff. Okay, we're going to have to be more careful. That was a little reckless. Drink some more water here, and let's create our first... Let's create our first tool. Excuse me.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Okay, so we went out the top last time. Let's just go ahead and come out the bottom. So I guess there's enough difference there that we don't need to worry about water getting into the pod. And now it's kind of daytime, so we can see a lot better. Let's pull this out and let's have some scanning to do here. So this teaches us about these different things. And you'll notice if we scan acid mushroom, it'll tell us, hey, this is useful in making a battery. We kind of already knew that from... Alright, so let's scan this. Okay, these guys, oh, oxygen. These guys do, they regenerate. So, actually I want to drop this because I don't need it. You can only drop stuff in water, which is weird. Should be able to drop stuff in your ship here. There's something that I do want to make that I think is very useful. Useful for us immediately. Let's see, how much titanium do I have? Not a lot. So the name of the game to begin with here is just kind of swim around on the surface here. We're in the biome. There's a bunch of different biomes in this game. You'll see them as we go. We're in a biome called Safe Shallows, appropriately named. Except we almost died in the Safe Shallows on day 1. Alright. Vein to nettle. I don't remember what this is for, if anything. And we just need to kind of look for... We'll grab any of these limestone chunks that we can get. But we need to scan everything. There's another piece of titanium. Let's swim around. I'm looking for debris from the ship. Remember how it said that there was debris and we could... There we go. We could kind of learn stuff from it. Okay, so this is what's called metal salvage, and this is very useful. It can be broken down into 4 titanium each, but it appropriately takes up 4 spots in your inventory, so you can't like store the titanium, you know what I mean? Alright, we're going to leave that there for now. I think we have what we need. Let me head back to the ship, or to, say ship, the life pod, and we'll just grab some, so hopefully we get some copper. Good. So, this game is very, very large and very, very explory. And it's very beautiful. I like it a lot. Okay, let's take a look at making some of this titanium. Let's turn in some of that metal salvage into titanium. Alright, now let's grab and make a standard O2 tank. So right now we have 45 seconds of oxygen. Once I make the standard O2 tank, it's going to automatically equip it for us, and that increases it to 75. Now we have a blueprint for the high capacity, so the next tier up, which is kind of nice. So it takes a standard O2 tank, which is just made, 2 glass, 4 titanium, which we know how to make, and then 1 silver ore. We don't know where silver's from, and we know how to make glass from quartz. Okay, so our next kind of thing to do is the repair tool and food. So if we come in here and take a look at food, we need water. Water requires bleach, and bleach is made by salt and tube coral. So those tubes, those right there, those little things on the top of them, those are how we get the tube coral sample. Okay, now we just need to find some salt. So let's grab a couple more. Let's plan something else here real quick. So I want to make, let's see what else we have for equipment. Fins, this would be really nice. Silicone rubber. Remember, silicone rubber takes a grapevine seed cluster. So let's see about finding that. Let's scan this guy here while we're... These guys don't like people... These guys don't like anything being near them. They're like... I want to say they're like hippopotamus, but they're a lot more tame than hippopotamus. Alright, here's a table coral. That's useful. And then we're going to start getting into bad guys. So there's a bad guy. We don't want anything to do with him. We're going to listen to our sounds. And if we hear growling, we'll know he's coming at us. So let's grab a couple of these if we can. Okay. Let's swim to the surface because we're getting low on oxygen. Even with our O2 tank. I think it's got a snorkel on it, so if you come kind of close to the surface, it'll refill your oxygen. You don't have to come up all the way out. It's got like a snorkel hose or whatever. Alright, let's come up here and let's see what else we can make. Alright, so for tools, I do want to make a knife. So I need to make the silicone rubber for that. It's going to help us get water. And then
were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
let's get the repair tool going. And let's get the fins. So I need 2 more silicone rubber. So one of these makes 2 silicone, by the way. So let's put on our fins.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Okay, let's repair some of the stuff in here. He just stuck his finger on the end of that. You just basically hold it up to something that needs to be repaired and hold right click. And it will reanimate it.
Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
Okay, we'll definitely do some reading for that in the beginning of the next episode. Let's repair this. And we'll hit play.
This is an error. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Okay, so now this is going to, now that we've got everything repaired here, our next goal is to get food. So we can swim a little bit faster with the fins on. We can swim a little bit deeper because we have, I'm just right clicking here in case you're wanting to play along. We have increased exploration range because of the tank, O2 tank. So, and the fins. So we're going to be able to swim to the bottom of something a little bit deeper. So the more we progress in this game, the deeper we can go. Ooh, mobile vehicle bay fragment. So we'll need only 3 of those. You heard the screaming there from a shark or whatever they're called. Stalkers are what those guys are called. Let's go refill our oxygen and then head down and find some salt. So our next goal is to so now it's telling me to hit this with my knife, but I don't want to do that just yet. Yeah. Alright, so there's a piece of salt. You just kind of run around the bottom here. A little bit deeper than the shallows for sure. So this is called, I forget what this is called. A creepvine biome maybe? That would be appropriate. So those, the bad guys here, if you can just kind of avoid them for a little bit, you should be fine. I don't know.
A common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation, detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
Yeah, we already have that. Thank you. Alright, so let's go a little deeper over this direction. I think this is toward the Aurora. Let's go check. I think the Aurora is... Nope, that's coming away from the Aurora. That's fine. Alright, so we're just going to come down here and find a couple more pieces of salt. I just want 2 more. So there's a sand shark. That's what those things are called. They are very hostile. So we'll just kind of listen for them to growl and try and avoid them as well. So we're down pretty close to 100 meters. 73. You know, it's pretty deep. And in case you forgot, meters, pretty close to a yard. A meter's a little bit longer. Alright, so now we've got that. Let's swim up to the surface here and head back to our pod, which is over there.
30 seconds.
Alright, so let's head back and let's craft some water and be prepared for tomorrow's episode. Where hopefully we can do some more exploration and yeah.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Yeah, that seemed a little delayed. So that area with the red grass, that's kind of where it was talking about, not where we are right now. That's interesting that was so delayed, but maybe it took a minute for the scanners to go off. Alright, so we come in here, we make bleach, and I got enough materials for 3.
It is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
Each bleach gives you 2 waters. So if you look here, well, I'll just hover over it real quick. It says 1 bleach just gives you disinfected water times 2.
Will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
You're definitely more thirsty than you are hungry, so making equal amounts of food and water doesn't really make sense. I don't know if it's about twice as much or maybe 150 times as much. I'm going to hang on to this nutrient block until I need it a little bit more. You don't want to overconsume. It will let you overconsume to a certain extent, maybe 110, 115, but at this point that's kind of not a good idea. So anyway, that's it guys. That's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back in the next one, whenever that could be. I don't think I'll be able to record tomorrow morning, but maybe we'll get a couple episodes recorded today. We'll see. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.